Reptile is crazy in Mortal Kombat 1, and it's only fair because the guy missed out on Mortal Kombat 11. So to make up for it, NetherRealm gave him crazy combos, zoning, and counter zoning. So without any further ado, here's a quick guide that teaches you all you need to know. But if you have any tips for Reptile, then post them in the comments down below so we can learn together. Alright, so first up, we have to talk about the Force Ball, because this makes Reptile's combo damage insane, and they're also pretty good at zoning too. Because guess what? They hit mid. Yeah, that's super rare in this game. Most projectiles can be ducked under, not this one, it hits mid. So already that's pretty good, but don't worry, things get even better. You can also control the speed of the Force Ball. If you do nothing, it goes at regular speed, but if you hold forward, it goes faster and also travels much further than the regular version. And then if you hold back, you get the slow Force Ball, which also doesn't go nearly as far. If you mix these speeds up enough, you can catch the opponent off guard, have them fall on the projectile by accident when they want to jump over it, all that annoying stuff. So in that regard, these projectiles could be great for zoning. However, the combos are when things get crazy with this projectile. Normally, you can't do more than one in the same combo. It knocks the opponent too far away. However, if you change the speed, you can use more than one in the same combo. So for example, here's the regular, here's the fast Force Ball. Look at that, the opponent wasn't knocked away that time. So yes, you can loop these fireballs and do a ton of damage. For a fast example, just check this out. Fast Force Ball, regular Force Ball, and then end the combo. Very basic, but look at the damage we got. Over 35%, and yes, there was no meter required. Yeah, Reptile does damage in this game, and it's all thanks to the Force Ball loops. It doesn't matter which order you do them in, just make sure never to do the same speed twice. And in case you're wondering, no, you can't do all three Force Balls in the same combo. I've tried, and for whatever reason, it just doesn't work. The third one does knock the opponent away at full screen, which is a bit of a bummer, but even so, these Force Balls are absolutely insane. The combo damage is crazy, and the zoning can get pretty wacky too. Now there's also a meter burn version, but I don't recommend spending the bar on it, honestly. The damage is negligible and it goes a bit further, sure, but the fast Force Ball goes just as far, so I don't see why you'd want to spend meter on this move. But in case I'm missing something, let me know in the comment section down below. Because next up, it's time for the death roll, baby. This attack is your #1 way to get past projectiles. Look how far Reptile goes, almost the entire screen. If your opponent loves to spam, hit them with this move, because most fireballs in this game are high attacks, which means you can slip right under them and punish the opponent for a good amount of damage. But guess what? Even if the projectile can't be ducked under, just spin the bar, baby, and now it has armor. Yeah, this fast low attack that ducks projectiles can also be armored at the cost of 1 bar, and it's really good. And then next up, we have the dash attack. Hits twice, switches sides, and ends in an overhead. However, keep in mind the range is not nearly as good as death roll. Even so, it starts up quickly and can punish a lot of unsafe things on block, especially if you're further away and your normal attacks don't reach. The dash attack can be a decent punish. And then oddly enough, the meter burn version is safe on block at -7 or something. Let me double check for you, but it's safe on block. I had to triple check and make sure my eyes are working, but yeah, look at that, it's -5. That's completely safe, whereas the regular version is -17, so don't do the regular version on block. And also keep in mind, for whatever reason, dash attack does not work on airborne opponents. They have to be on the ground, which is not the case for death roll. Death roll works on everything. Next up, we have Acid Spit. It's a high attack, doesn't have very great range, but the damage on it can be pretty good, and look how it staggers the opponent. That can make it useful in some situations. However, if I'm being honest, this attack does not seem that great, at least not yet. And if you want to spend a bar on it, you get a bit more damage, and the range is like doubled, so normally it's here. Here's the meter burn version, goes a bit further, does a bit more damage. Is it worth the meter? I personally don't think so. Next up, we have Falling Fangs. This attack can only be done from the air, but it does hit overhead, which can be a bit sneaky after a jump and attack for a double overhead. And then if you spend a bar, you get a bit more damage, but that's about it. I don't see a reason to spin the bar 9 times out of 10. It might be a little bit faster too, but to me it seems identical. Once again, all you get is more damage. This teleport can only be done from the air, but it's still great for avoiding keep away, projectiles, all that annoying stuff, and also it's fantastic for ending air combos. So for example, check this out. Ooh, look at that, 30% damage. Not too bad for a basic combo punish. There's gonna be moments during a match where you can't do a full combo. You're gonna have to settle for an air combo into the teleport, but trust me, Falling Fangs is great for that, and the damage is still really good. And then finally, we have invisibility. It takes a while before the effect finally happens, but look at that, I didn't even spend a bar, and I'm still completely invisible, which is much better than past games. And then if you spend the bar, I bet it lasts for a bit longer, and that's gonna be the main difference. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting easily 3 times the length, so that's great. If you want to be invisible for a bit longer, then spin the bar. However, unfortunately, you don't get a damage buff, at least not for the regular version. Here the damage is 111, and then while I'm visible, it's still 111. Let's spin the bar. Maybe now I get a damage buff. Let's see. No, sadly, I still don't get a damage buff, which is a bit of a bummer, but hey, turning invisible is still really cool. And that's it for the special moves, which means now it's time for the attack strings. And at first I was scared because Reptile's attack strings are nothing special, but then I realized that's because his special moves are so ridiculously good. First up, we have 114. It's okay, safe on block, nothing fancy. The first 2 hits can be special canceled for a full combo though, which is a big deal. If your opponent does something even barely unsafe, you can punish them for a full combo, which is incredible. Next up, we have forward 2-1, which is great because it pushes Reptile forward, and it's a great hit confirm. You can wait to see if it lands, and if it does, unleash the force ball. Or to end the combo, do forward 2-1-1. You transform, get a good amount of damage. Man, it's satisfying, trust me. And it's a big deal because a lot of Reptile's special moves are a bit too slow to end long combos. This string is not. That last hit is fast. Forward 3-1 is very similar. It's also a high attack that moves him forward and can be ended in the exact same way. I'm not sure why NetherRealm gave Reptile the same ender twice, but here we are. But then we have my favorite string, back 3-1. It's also safe on block, but hits low for a cool mix-up. And then on top of that, the damage is fantastic, 97. I believe this string is actually the most damaging way to start combos with Reptile. Land it, go for the force ball, it's a great hit confirm. Yeah, I love this string. Because guess what? Reptile does have an overhead, it's back 2. Now it does not start combos by default, however you can charge it, and if fully charged all the way, it does start combos. The timing is a bit tricky, but with enough practice you'll get it down, and the damage can be really good. And also, standing 3 is quite interesting too. Crazy range on it, hits twice. It's a high attack, so the opponent could duck under it, but even so, pretty interesting move, and I had to tell you about it. Oh, and also, standing 4 might be a really good anti-air. It sure looks like it, and also launches the opponent by default, so that's a thing. And then finally, there's 2 more strings you have to know about. 2-3 is a launcher, air combo, go in the sky, do 2-3-3 into Falling Fang, some pretty decent damage. However, it's unsafe on block, and also the second hit's a high attack, which means the opponent could duck under it and punish you. But guess what? That's what 2-4 is for. That's right, baby, ends in a low and will catch the opponent trying to duck your second hit. Now, all that being said, I still don't think 2-3 is a good string to just throw out there. Instead, it should be a punish after you block something unsafe. Next up, we have air combos, but honestly, Reptile only has one worth remembering, and that's 2-3-3. It causes a ground bounce, and unfortunately, he can't recover in time to do very much unless you have a cameo. However, he can end it with a teleport drop, so Falling Fangs, for example, and the damage can be really good in a lot of situations. And then finally, we have the Fatal Blow, which has incredible range, and yep, it's an overhead, which is not going to matter after a month or so, but in the meantime, it's going to be great for catching players off guard. They're not going to know it's an overhead. However, outside of that, it's a pretty standard Fatal Blow, does decent damage, it's got some armor to it, it can counter some zoning and keep away, but it's also very unsafe on block, so don't just do it randomly. The opponent could block it and then punish you for a full combo. And yeah, that's Reptile, everyone. The force balls are definitely what make him more unique than every other character in the game. His combo damage is insane. I don't know many other characters that casually get 35% damage. And then if you have a cameo character like Serena, oh, just stop it. The damage is so crazy. It's not even funny how much damage this guy gets on basic combos. Look at this. Oh my god, we're getting almost 50%. And that didn't cost me any meter, by the way. That was meterless. Reptile is ridiculous. Please request which character you want next in the comment section down below. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. It helps my channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time. And as always, stay underdog. Finally, to end this video, here's some bread and butter combos to get you started.